Guys, you asked for it for so long. We finally got it. Merch is on sale right now. We rarely talk about it, but I want to start pushing it because we have a really cool designs that Joe and I made up ourselves, and it's the limited run. So whatever is on sale now, the second it's sold out, it's not coming back. It's available right now in the links on these videos or at our website, salvulcanocomedy.com, joederosainfo.com. That's Tastebuds merch. I also have solo merch up there as well, so check all of it out and buy some merch. Tweet at us the merch, and we will retweet you or repost you on Instagram. We want to see which ones you guys are liking, and we want to see the merch out in the wild. Really cool project that we put together. So to see it out there is going to be cool. So check out our merch for perch.
JoeDeRosaInfo.com for your show information, ticket links, all that stuff. Coming up next, October, we got Dead Crow Comedy Club in North Carolina. In November, I'll be going to Michigan, do a bunch of shows, and I've got tons of other stuff around that stuff and after that stuff and coming up in the new year and all that. Anyway, you can find all of it at JoeDeRosaInfo.com. Also, if you're in New York City, please come to my bar and sandwich shop, Joey Rose's. All info for there is JoeyRosesNYC.com. We're open 6 days a week, opening at 12 p.m. every day. Great sandwiches, awesome hang, and lots of booze.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right.
Welcome to TASTE Buds. On today's episode of Taste Buds, I admit in my past on this show, I have argued a lot of dumb stuff that was the surefire loser. But today, Sal Vulcano steps in to the target zone in defending Pepsi.
That's right,
in the battle of Coke versus Pepsi. What are you talking about, dude?
Is Pepsi, you got the right one, baby?
I don't know.
The right, with Ray Charles?
Ray Charles.
No, that's California Raisins, though, isn't it?
No, you got the right one, baby. That was Ray Charles. And they did it in the movie. He punched his wife, and then he had a Pepsi.
And also, didn't Michael Jackson...
Was that Pepsi? Michael Jackson was Pepsi.
And he burnt his hair, right?
Yeah, but you got the right one, baby. Is that Pepsi or Coke?
It might be... Can we look that up, Pimpy? So, look, here's the thing.
Does he hit his wife in the movie, or does he just do heroin? I don't remember. Right? I don't want to slander Ray Charles.
Who knows? I don't know. I have his book upstairs.
Every biopic,
somebody hit somebody.
It's always terrible. It should be, hey, everyone should be called, hey, you know how you thought you liked this guy?
Yeah, because that's the only reason to make a biopic. If everything's great.
By the way, I watched Elvis. I don't know how you cried through it, man. I thought it was just like racist.
Hold
and
on,
weird.
ready?
Was it racist? How was it racist?
I watched Elvis as well.
Pimp.
It was a white guy walking around going, that black lady has a good bar. I'm going to take that and make a song.
Oh, that's not what it was. Pimp, shut up. Your generation bothers me.
Yeah. I don't think it was racist, but I mean, you know, Elvis has the criticism of taking, you know, popularizing rock and roll, taking it from black culture.
Yes, but in the movie he gives, and I hope it's true to life, he gives credit constantly throughout it. Says this is where
I saw the movie. From. I watched it. It was very stylized. I wasn't expecting it to be that stylized.
Director of Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, Baz, yeah. So I will say, I thought it was interesting. I didn't think it was the tour de force that a lot of people are telling me it was, and I did it. When did you cry?
Well, I can imagine that it might not have been the same experience that I had in the theater as you watched it half distracted from your couch. But yeah, you know, I mean, part of it.
But you said you were moved to tears. What part? I don't.
I cried multiple times in the movie.
Okay.
The ending in particular, but then also when he.
I think I fell asleep before the end.
Jesus Christ!
I turned it off.
I watched.
This is the world we live in now.
Plus hours.
This is the world we live in.
It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, I watched 3 hours. I watched like 80% of it, and I was like,
"That's good."
It's like a lot more of the same going on
and
here.
Also, Tom Hanks was cringy in it. Did you?
So people are saying he's amazing and he's cringy. I thought it sounded hokey. I thought his voice sounded hokey, and I thought the prosthetic. And I thought the
What?
And I thought the prosthetics look hokey.
Oh, shut up.
I feel like he
You just
looked.
trying to get a rise out of me. Shut
No,
up.
I'm shooting you straight.
You thought his voice sounded hokey.
Yes, I thought he was like, well, I told you what. I could do it in the spit.
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
What do you mean Elvis singing?
No. And the prosthetics on Tom Hanks I thought looked a little weird. That big
I will
gullet.
say this about Tom Hanks.
No shade
I
to
thought
Tom
he was
Hanks. He's the
incredible
master.
in it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was incredible in it. The accent he speaks in, the very little footage you can find of Colonel Tom Parker on YouTube.
Yeah.
But there is footage, like you can listen to his voice. He does not talk like that. So I was a little
The
confused.
straw's killing me. Can you take the straw out of that thing?
No.
Okay, thank you.
It's my drink. I'm not taking the straw out because you're a psycho.
It distracts me from being at my top of my game.
Oh, is that what it is?
It does.
That's what it is? It's a straw?
I keep looking at it.
It's
I'm
a
like,
straw? It's not the 12-inch quesadilla you just ate over there?
I ate 1/4 of a quesadilla. This guy, literally one
Guess
slice.
what? 1/4 of a quesadilla doesn't sound funny, does it? 12-inch quesadilla does.
Yeah, but just lies is what you do. You just do lies. Oh wow, he does look like him.
I did all the promotion, the outdoor advertising, and he did the show on the stage, and the fans made it possible. You could promote all you want to.
That doesn't sound like Tom Hanks at all.
That's what I'm
The people
saying. He sounds like a normal guy. Like
He literally sounds like just a guy.
Tom Hanks was doing an almost like a crypt keeper voice or something throughout the movie.
Tom Hanks was doing Soder voice from his joke about you think this bad neighborhood.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was doing some sort of like Batman villain.
I gotta tell you, that's some look he's rocking. I've only
But he does look like the prosthetics. I was like, come on.
He does have the
But I'm
the
like,
gullet.
no, he does kind of look like
He
that.
looks like a white Fred Berry, right?
Rerun?
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up. I started watching on Tubi. I love Tubi. Tubi's so good.
Of course you do. That makes so much
You
sense.
ever watch Tubi? The app?
Isn't it gone? Isn't it gone?
No, Tubi's an app.
Oh, I thought it was okay. Yeah, no. I
You're
know.
thinking of
Quibi.
You're thinking of Quibi.
Quibi.
No, Tubi is a streaming app that's like a Netflix or something, and it's completely.
But why don't you just? Oh, it's free.
It's completely free because it has commercials.
Okay.
And there's no option to not have commercials. It's just they're like, this is free and there's commercials and that's what it is.
Okay.
It has so much awesome content.
Really?
So much awesome
Because I've been looking for truly old 80s sitcoms.
Well,
I
guess
want to
what?
watch like Punky Brewster, Silver Spoons.
Guess what's on Tubi?
What?
And I've been rocking it.
What's happening
Full what's happening and full what's happening now.
Yes. Yes.
And I watched
Three's
the
a
other
crowd?
day. Huh?
Three's a crowd?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait,
Look at
these
this.
are just free movies?
Yeah. Tubi's
Nah,
amazing.
that can't be real.
Sal, it's
These movies are just free to watch.
because they have commercials. That's what I'm saying.
So I go to Tubi.com. I literally go to
Yeah, you
Tubi.com.
download the app and that's it.
I go to
You're good. Look,
Tubi.com and I watch
what part are you not
Wyatt Earp.
understanding? It's an app?
right now. He can click right now and we will start watching
Holy shit.
Lean on Me.
You're-
That's crazy.
It's not. It has commercials. That's how TV
It's still
works.
crazy though. It's still on demand television for free.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
How many commercials?
Very limited, to be honest.
Like,
because
is
I had Hulu with commercials for a minute.
Yeah.
Because it was like part of a package deal, so you had to have the commercial one. Hulu's a lot of commercials.
Yeah.
This is like it's barely any. Like I've gone through episodes of things where I don't think there was a commercial break.
All right. Well, you know what? They should be paying us money for this.
Well, no, they shouldn't because they're giving it away for free. It's a free.
But we're promoting it.
Getting ads.
Who cares?
We're doing a
Look at
Tubi
this,
ad right now.
Hunter,
Alf. We're trying to get Alf on the show.
It's nice, isn't it? I've never been on the show. They're gonna have a puppet on.
I mean, look, I love you to pieces. You know Alf.
It's true. I'm not going to bring in the numbers that Al brings in. It's very true. Look at this. There's a Menudo TV show.
What?
Or I guess that's a documentary, I would assume.
That's Ricky Martin, I think. Ricky Martin was in Menudo. We talked about this, but you know Menudo is not one group, right? Menudo is
Yeah.
just they cycle them out. As
Well-
soon as the Hispanic guy gets too old, they bring in a young Hispanic guy.
It's an evolving thing.
Yeah.
But I thought, am I wrong? I thought Menudo went farther than that. I thought it was actually even more sinister thing.
Ooh.
I thought that Menudo was several groups of guys called Menudo.
I don't know.
And they just they're like, here's Menudo for Chile. Here's Menudo for over here. Here's
Pull up Menudo.
I could be 1,000% wrong on that, but
What does Menudo even mean?
it's a
In
soup.
Mexican cuisine, Menudo, also known as pancita or stomach sauce,
It's a
is
very
a Mexican soup.
popular soup.
Are you kidding me that the name of this Puerto Rican boy band
It's
is
Mexican.
named after a Mexican soup that's also known as stomach sauce?
Menudo's oh wait, Menudo's Puerto Rican? I thought they were Mexican
No,
because
I
it's
think
named after the Mexican cuisine.
Menudo is a Puerto Rican boy band which formed in Puerto Rico by producer Edgardo Diaz,
By the
referred to
way,
as the most iconic
there's no
Latino
way-
pop music. I'll stop talking.
I was gonna enhance a thing before you got
Kevin,
too far.
I'm joking.
There's
like
no
you
way
said.
to say Puerto Rican boy band where it doesn't sound
Puerto.
racist. There's no way. You can't-
Puerto Rican is a hard thing
This
to
Puerto
say.
Rican boy band, it just sounds racist. And you're not even being racist.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, let's go back up to the most iconic Latino pop music band. Menudo has been ranked as one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Scroll Pimp, the band had several radio hits. They acted in a television film in 1979.
Which is, I think, what we were just looking
Menudo's
at.
original lineup consisted of 5 boys, 2 sets of brothers, Fernando and Nefty Salaberry, ages 12 and 13. The Melendez brothers, Carlos and Oscar, who I think killed their parents later, 12 and 11.
That's the Menendez.
And then Ricky Melendez, age 9. I didn't think they were that young.
Oh, wait, is Ricky Martin Ricky Melendez?
That's the band's golden era lineup consisted of. I don't know. Click on Ricky Melendez. No.
No, it's a different
Back out?
Ricky.
Yeah, because Ricky Martin was the one that, as the group entered the 1990s and their popularity started to wane, allegations of drug use and sexual abuse accusations against Diaz, the founder, started to surface. In 97, the rights to the name Menudo were sold. The remaining members continued to perform as MDO until disbandment. However, this iteration has continued to perform sporadically. New management of Menudo started in 2007. Golden era, blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
Wait,
Two-
who's Diaz?
He was the guy who founded it. 215 to present. Click on that. 2015 to present.
When did Ricky Martin come in?
I don't know. All right, lot of. Whoa. Ooh. All right, got some tragedy surrounding that. One of the guys tried to kill himself. Let's get back to Coke Pepsi.
Well, I mean, I don't know what there is really. Well, let's just start the battle, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Let's just get into it. Ready?
Yes.
Are we going to do a. We should chant.
Tired.
I'm tired too. That's why we should chant.
Okay.
Oh, God. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Salty?
Whatever you want.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
It's
time to get salty. It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty.
Stop thinking. Period.
Great.
It's just too much.
Great.
It's just too much.
I agree.
I'm tired of discussing. I'm tired of going over everything.
I agree.
Just please.
Okay.
Give it a rest.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
I agree. I agree. Sound advice. Okay?
It's
Time to get salty. It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty. You're a hypocrite. Pepsi, to me, is like, well, I'm leaving it at that. Let that bang around in your goddamn empty noggin and figure it out.
All right, let's start the battle. Time for P-A-T-T-L-E Buds. Go ahead. What is there to say? Coke is king.
Coke is king. I'm not going to deny that. I know it. I'm here.
All right.
Coca-Cola is like Budweiser. Coca-Cola is like apple pie. Coca-Cola is Christmas. It's Clydesdales.
Baseball.
It's Americana.
Polar bears.
I get it. It's the Yankees. It's the thing. It's iconic. It is pop culture. It's beyond the soda. It's defined generations. Pepsi,
It's the only soda. It's the only beverage Like branded beverage, I mean. It is the only branded beverage outside of maybe Jack Daniels that makes its way into decorations. Like Coke is the only decorative beverage. You never see a Sprite sign on the wall in somebody's apartment. You know what I mean? You never see nobody has a cup in their cupboard that says Sprite on it. Coca-Cola has made its way into decor. It's wild. It's wild.
I understand. And I cannot deny any of that. All I'm saying is two things. Ready? For the entirety, I don't know which came out first. They might have been close to each other. We'll find all this out. We'll do Pepsi and Coke.
But what were you going to say? For the entirety of what?
For the entirety of Coke's run, Pepsi is right on. It's number 2, right, doing the same kind of thing. Pepsi is also iconic in its logo. It is, you know,
They ruined it.
It's like Coke. Whoa, what? Wait, Coke was made in. We went over this because I remember I found out Coke had Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola had cocaine in it.
Yeah.
So that's a strike against Coca-Cola in my book.
Strike.
May 8th.
Talking about
May
it.
8th.
It's a strike that they took it out.
May 8th. Coca-Cola was sold, the first glass of Coca-Cola at Jacob's Pharmacy in downtown Atlanta, May 8th, 1886. Wow.
That's actually, I'm not, excuse me, I'm not that surprised by that year on that. That's not, if it had said it was older than that, I would have.
Well, hold on. This is very interesting, right? Not that much later in relative to now, but 30 years later in 1890. Oh, no, it was 1886. Sorry, 13 years later, yes. A chemist named Calibratum created Pepsi Cola, a carbonated cola drink crafted to refresh and energize customers of his New Bern, North Carolina drugstore. So go back 1 second. So they both originated in pharmacies.
That's not surprising.
In the 1800s.
I mean, you know, this shit'll eat the paint off your car. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but that's really interesting. It's not even like it was made like as a company or started in a factory. They were both made by people at pharmacies. That's a kind of a crazy stat.
I hear you. It's interesting. I'm not as surprised by it though as you are, because I guess in my head I'm like, who else would have invented a drink like this? You know what I mean?
So here's the argument.
But wait. Before we get too far from it, Pimp, see if Pepsi also had cocaine in it at one point. Because it said the design of Pepsi was to energize.
Yeah.
Which is what the design of Coke was. It says probably not, right?
Wow. Wait, let me read this. Before such things became illegal, many products had what we now consider illegal and dangerous substances. Pepsi did not have now illegal additives, but 7-Up had lithium in it back then, and ginger ale originally had carbolic acid. But before it was illegal, coca from cocoa plant leaves was found in many products, from butter to wine to topical medications to children's cough medicines. If you've ever heard the term laudanum in old Western films or books, that was a common cure-all that was basically distilled alcohol and opium. It was used by both adults and children and very often abused.
All right, so it's not as notorious. That's the wrong term. It's not as
notorious.
It's not as scandalous as we thought it was. They made it sound like they were dumping balls in the Coca-Cola and drinking it. It's the base of cocaine, the cocoa leaf, whatever, was used in many products, Coca-Cola being one of them. That's a very, very different scenario.
Then it's easy to understand where Coca-Cola comes from. Where does the name Pepsi come from? Pepsid, maybe? Or Pepsin? Pepsi was first introduced as Brad's drink in North Carolina in 1893. The other one said 1898. So we're 7 years apart.
It was advertised to relieve dyspepsia, indigestion.
Ah, wow.
Which is where the name comes from.
Wow, so the name Pepsi literally comes from the root word dyspepsia. So the name itself means indigestion.
That's interesting. Now, let me tell you something. You mentioned the logos of Pepsi being iconic. This is my biggest strike against Pepsi, aside from that it tastes worse and isn't good, and Nobody's ever excited when they say you have Pepsi in a restaurant instead of Coke. Nobody ever likes that. Nobody is ever happy about that. But my biggest gripe with Pepsi is Coca-Cola has a warmth to it. It's in the logo. It's in the vibe. The whole thing. Pepsi had that at one point. And then they changed the brand, the logo. They changed the way they advertise it. Pepsi to me now looks... If I ever had to pick a drink off the shelf that literally looked like chemicals, it's Pepsi. Pepsi looks so industrial and sterile. There's nothing warm about it. The revised logo is
So we're talking
terrible.
about current logos here, right? So I'm not really going to focus. I agree that Coke is the iconic logo, right? But Pepsi, I like the old logo when we were growing up. Like that
I'm saying that
red,
was great.
white, and blue.
I'm saying they ruined it.
I thought it was awesome. So, but here's what I'm going to lean on. First, this is just some fun stats, but I'm going to tell you where my argument's going to come from. Pepsi Cola became the first company to introduce motorized vehicle delivery for soda-based drinks in 1908. In 1972, Pepsi became the first U.S. product to be marketed and sold in the former Soviet Union. The precedent, blah, blah. Okay, Pepsi was the first company to introduce 2-liter bottles to the market. So, I mean, look, Pepsi's doing its thing. Most soft drinks probably known Pepsi for its soda, but Pepsi's not just a soda company. PepsiCo holds a host of other products that are few are familiar with. The modern PepsiCo company is a product of the merger between Pepsi Cola and Frito-Lay. There was a likelihood of one giant soda brand and no competition between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. On 3 occasions between 22 and 33, Pepsi offered Coca-Cola the opportunity to acquire it. Coca-Cola turned down all 3 invitations. Pepsi became the first brand to advertise via skywriting mode at the World's Fair. Pepsi was the first company to hire black sales executives. Pepsi products are consumed in more than 200 countries. Pepsi is the largest food and beverage company in North America. I can't believe it's not as big as Coca-Cola.
I want to speak to that.
Pepsi
owns so much shit, and because they own so much shit that I love takes a hit. I hate that when I go to Taco Bell, I have to get Pepsi. I hate when I go to KFC, I have to get Pepsi. Like their Regal movie theater, which I'm a monthly, I have the Regal pass or whatever I remember. They only have Pepsi. I hate that Pepsi puts their shit into so much stuff, but it's because they own so much stuff. Pepsi Man is an awesome video game, by the way.
You're kidding me. You know the video game? Apparently
it's a PlayStation 1 game. It's a great game. Okay, I'm serious.
Pepsi apparently in the 1990s in Japan, Pepsi had a what would you call this? A mascot, an eponymous Japanese superhero mascot called Pepsi. His name was Pepsi Man. Focuses on players avoiding. There was a video game developed for PlayStation. What? Not only did I not know there was a mascot. Never. There's a video game of him.
It's a great game. So
he looks like a cross between like Iron Man and Spider-Man or something. That's insane.
He's in a sort of faceless.
It's not even like a cute like marketable. It's like he looks like a superhero.
He looks like a can comes to life. That's basically what.
Can we see any other photos of him?
He looks like sort of like one of the blue cans from the 90s came to life. That was what the outfit was based on, clearly. But
he's ripped and shredded. He looks like Venom.
Yeah,
like in a blue outfit
without a face though. It's a faceless thing because it's supposed to be the can. But the plot of the game is, people are out of Pepsi. You've got to get Pepsi to them.
No way.
It's a runner.
Oh my God!
So your guy.
Oh my God! It's like Grand Theft Auto.
Well, sort of.
Yeah, but before really, Grand Theft Auto, he's running the streets.
I'm trying to tell you what it is.
Is he free roaming?
Oh boy. Jesus
I'm asking you, babe. Is it free roaming?
No, listen to me. It's a runner, so you're running. Your guy is running forward. Period. You can't stop that from happening. All you can do is slow down, move left to right, dodge, jump, whatever. And the whole thing is you're being set on this course. You're going to be nonstop, and obstacles are coming up, and you've got to collect as many cans as possible without dying. The way you die is every time you get hit, you lose cans. If you run out of cans, it's game over. And you see, it's kind of like Paperboy. Remember Paperboy? Sure. Where you're moving forward no matter what?
I love that he's running through people's houses. It's like Ferris Bueller.
It's super fun, man. It's a really, really fun game.
It looks fun. And I mean, I've never heard of Pepsi Man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I guess you got this game in the 90s because I think you got it like for free with like a subscription or something.
The game makes no sense. He's a man. He's a superhero made of Pepsi, running down the street in regular neighborhoods and through people's literal houses. He goes in the front door and through their living room and kitchen and runs out the back door, and he's just swiping cans of Pepsi that are in the street. It makes no sense. Now there's a scene of him running from a massive Pepsi can that's headed toward him like a boulder in Indiana Jones. It's so fun.
For the listeners at home that don't realize, Sal's has for many years been a proponent of a more grounded Pepsi video game.
But it just doesn't make logical sense.
What the hell do you want the Pepsi video game to be?
I don't know.
It's a goddamn video game about Pepsi.
It's amazing. So here's what I'm going to lean on for my argument, okay?
And I'm curious because you've already admitted fully that Coke is clearly the winner. What could your argument be other than Pepsi is the best ever at being second place?
Wrong. Here's where I'm going to go with you, okay? And we should read Coca-Cola shit too, but...
Hello, Fresh. Hey, you Fresh. Hello, Fresh. How you doing, Fresh? Hello. Good to see you, Fresh. I love Hello Fresh. Why? Because you get farm, fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. You got a packed schedule this fall? I do. With what, you might ask? None of your damn business. But I got stuff going on, and HelloFresh has me covered with a weekly selection of 30-plus recipes and 70-plus convenience items, all of them delivered right to my door. They can be doing the same for you. What are you waiting for? Enjoy the freshest fall flavors. Fall flavors, not flaw favors. Fall flavors. You got me. Every HelloFresh recipe includes ripe, just picked produce that travels from the farm right to your door. All right, you can get the whole family involved. And by the way, HelloFresh, they got limited edition kid-friendly baking kits. What's more fall than baking with the kids? It's time for the bacon. It's time for the fall. It's time for HelloFresh. Let's go, people. I'm telling you, it's great. This is such a cool thing. What I love about it is I like to cook. I like to make my own food, but you don't always have time, meaning you don't always have time to go to the store. You don't always have time to make the stuff because elaborate meals could take more time and blah, 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 blah. HelloFresh takes care of all of it. They're delivering the stuff to your door, no store, and these are quick meals to make, and that saves you time. I mean, it's obvious, people. You get what this is, all right? It makes perfect sense. Trust me, do it. Go to HelloFresh.com/tastebuds65 and use the code tastebuds65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Again, HelloFresh.com/tastebuds65 and use the code tastebuds65 for 65% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Guys, it can be tough to train your brain to stay in problem-solving mode when faced with a challenge in life. That's all I do. I feel like I'm a professional problem solver. Before I was the job I have now, which is, writing jokes, writing television, and problem solving for my entire cast and show and all that stuff. I used to be a bartender and owned a business, and it was the same thing. And it just, you could tell by my tone and look on my face that it's just too much. But when you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no feeling better. A therapist can help you become a better problem solver, making it easier for you to accomplish your goals, no matter how big or small. And that is where BetterHelp comes into play. I tell you right now, I go to therapy. I encourage therapy. I try to get family and friends at therapy. So if you've never tried it and you always wondered about it, this is a real easy way to start without having to go somewhere and meet someone in person. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try BetterHelp. It's a great option. It's convenient. It's accessible. It's affordable. It's entirely online. Get matched with a therapist to filling out a brief survey, and you can switch therapists anytime, and you don't even have to be seen on the camera, but you can speak to someone, and that's where it all starts. So when you want to become a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/tastebuds. tastebuds today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/tastebuds. Here's where I'm going to go with you. Coca-Cola, most iconic brand in the zeitgeist, responsible for art and pop culture and some Christmas things and
Best
whatnot.
name.
Best
Coca-Cola.
name. Came out
Pepsi
first.
It's a bad name when you really break it down.
We should check sales. I'm sure Coca-Cola sells more, but here you go. Take all of it. Take all of that. I honestly and truly believe, and this is the crux of this podcast and why we do it, I believe Pepsi tastes better.
You're out of your mind.
I don't.
Sal, shut up.
I think Coca-Cola is okay, but I think Pepsi tastes better. I don't know what's in Pepsi that has it
Something that's giving you cancer.
from Coke. Something's in Pepsi. Something is in Pepsi. Like Pepsi tastes different from each of them, but there's this taste that Pepsi has that we should look at the ingredients in both, and maybe there's an article about what the main ingredient is that has them tasting different. But I honestly, truly, bottom line, think Pepsi tastes better. I really do. And I don't have Pepsi as often because it's not available as often when you go out to eat. And I don't really drink soda, but like throughout my life, Pepsi is harder to come by in the wild.
You're telling me you have the audacity.
I wanted to read whatever that
you have
sales
the
went to.
audacity to sit here and tell me that you sit down in a restaurant and go, could I have a Pepsi? That's what comes out of your mouth first.
No,
and then they go, sorry, we only have Coke. And you go, you're the opposite of everybody in the world that sits down and says, I'll have a Coke. And they go, sorry, we only have Pepsi.
So Coke, I think, became also, all right, there's a lot of things going on here. Okay. Let me address this, then we'll go to that. Coke, I think, what's the name of the phrase that's like when the product becomes so... No, it's like you say, I'll give me a Kleenex when you even mean any tissue. You say, I want to Xerox this when you mean you want to make a copy, but Xerox is the brand.
Synonymous.
It's not synonymous.
Coke became synonymous with cola. The name Coke became synonymous with cola.
What does it say?
Well, this is when a word becomes a verb.
No, just put what is Xerox. There it is. So wait, That's saying
you're using the term as a verb.
No, yeah, but that's what it is. Well,
it's not.
I'm making a parallel in that. I think a lot of people say
hominin or whatever. Homonym?
No, it's not a homonym. Taser, Xerox, popsicle, and turned house. Yeah, but what is that called?
Or I'm sorry, a synonym. Excuse me, not hominin.
A genericization? I don't know. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Wait a minute. Synonym, synonymous. What's homonym again?
Click on that article right there.
Is that opposite?
Xerox, popsicle, and 30. What does it say right there?
It becomes a generic.
All right. Well, whatever it is. All right.
Wait. What's homonym?
Isn't that when they sound the same? Like
no, antonyms opposites.
No, homonym I think is when they sound the same. No.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, like it's like
it's synonymous. The point is Coke is synonymous with cola. That's the point.
This is the point I'm making, bro. The point I'm making is just that I think that people say I'll have a Coke when they sit down. What they mean is I'll have a cola, but Coke is so popular it becomes ubiquitous, and they say I'll have a Coke. I don't necessarily think that everybody who I don't necessarily think that everybody who sits down and says I'll have a Coke means I will only accept Coke.
Then why the hell do they say we only have Pepsi?
Because of that exact reason. Because Pepsi is a brand that is putting their money in things. And then when people say, I'll have a Coke, and people, first of all, for the people that want a Coke and get a Pepsi, there's that. Okay, I get it. So they say, we have Pepsi. But I also think it was because Pepsi's like, look,
nobody on earth.
Pepsi knows that Coke has become synonymous with cola. And I bet you Pepsi, like,
nobody on planet Earth.
I won't just finish my.
Go ahead. It's a 10-minute point. I get it.
It's because I can't make it.
Go ahead.
I don't think everybody says I'll have a Coke. Like you just blame me. You said you sit down and say I'll have a Pepsi. I don't necessarily do that. But when I'm like I'll take a Coke, which I rarely do now. But if I'm like I'll have a Diet Coke and they go we have Pepsi, I'm like great. I love it. I just don't think to say I'll have a Pepsi because more than likely I'm going to have the conversation, well, we have Coke. And I'll be like, that's fine too. Yeah. So I'm just like, bring me whatever. But I do believe that Pepsi tastes better. I really do. And I believe in a blind taste test.
Wait a second. No. Stop.
When we were little.
I have a response to the point. This is why I cut you off.
Pepsi beat
because
Coke
you're
in a
going to go
blind
into
taste
5
test.
different points.
All right, go ahead.
Let me go into the initial point that you over-explained.
Okay.
Okay? I understand what you're saying. Nobody on planet Earth ever has been disappointed when they had to drink Coke over Pepsi. Everybody on planet Earth has been disappointed when they have to drink Pepsi over Coke.
That's a dumb statement.
It's not a dumb statement.
It is. You're speaking in absolutes both ways in absolutes. It's ridiculous.
Because absolutes exist.
No, you do yourself a disservice when you speak in absolutes. And you give ever, always, you discredit yourself.
Why?
Okay, because that didn't happen, what you just said. As a matter of fact, the opposite happened, right? People have been disappointed and not both ways, back and forth, right?
Wait. Are you telling me that I'm using colorful language? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm telling you, I guess you're being hyperbolic.
I am.
But I know, but it's still stupid because you're trying to prove a point.
Stupid.
If we were in a debate, like a debate team club right now on stage debating, and you said that,
I would have just won the audience.
You'd be ripped to shreds. You'd be ripped to shreds because it's not a sound argument.
Okay.
It's illogical.
I'll say it in literal terms then. Most people, meaning the majority, are only disappointed when Pepsi is offered as the substitution for Coke. And the opposite of that is also true.
Let me speak to that. That is specifically your opinion based on nothing.
The polls will tell us.
The polls won't tell us what you just said. The polls will tell us what people prefer.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but you're saying that they'll be disappointed if someone says we have
means
Pepsi.
They prefer one thing over the other.
Not that they're disappointed. They'll be like, fine. How many times? Okay,
Everybody says fine. What are you going to flip the table over?
Let me phrase it like this. How many times have you been at a table, you dingbat, where someone goes, I'll have a Coke, and they go, we only have Pepsi, and they go, outrageous, I'm leaving. Or they go, you know what, you only have Pepsi, I'll have milk.
Somebody had a stand-up joke about this. Somebody had a stand-up joke about that very thing, about how absurd that would be. Does anybody flip the table over? And I forget who it was. Because, of course, nobody freaks out. If you want a soda that badly, you're going to drink a soda. But I have, in fact, at a time when I wanted a Coke, and they say we only have Pepsi, said, no, thank you.
No, you haven't. You're a liar. No, you haven't. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. I won't accept it. I won't accept it. He's a liar.
What does he serve at his restaurant?
What do you serve at your restaurant?
What do you think we serve? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess what we
Shasta.
serve. Not only do we serve Coke,
RC.
I requested that we have Coke Zero on the tap because Coke Zero is the king of diet sodas.
Coke. It makes a lot of sense that you assimilate yourself with something that has the word zero in the title.
Look at the big man on the couch.
Since 2004, Coca-Cola has been the market leader according to industry statistics. Pepsi ranks second, followed by Dr. Pepper and Snapple. In 22, quarter one, Pepsi had a market cap of $229 billion, while Coke had a market cap of $268 billion. So it's not that far apart.
Your drink,
well, no, it is $40 billion.
Your drink is the epitome of the Seinfeld Olympics joke. It's the epitome. The second, yeah. Of all the losers, you were the first. Like it is the epitome of that.
I don't see $229 billion in sales per quarter being a failure. Okay?
It doesn't matter.
Someone has to be first.
Here's why it's a failure.
So everything that's first,
because Coke is $268 billion. So that's why you're a failure.
That's great. So everything that's first in sales is better than the second thing? No. Not at all.
Buddy.
Not at all.
As I just said, it's the epitome of the Seinfeld joke. Out of all the losers, you were the best.
In sales, maybe, but
that's what it means.
That does not mean that Pepsi is not as good as Coke. So a couple things.
Yes, it
does. You
does.
could take your Santa Clauses, you could take your Clydesdales, and you could take your polar bears. I got Michael Jackson.
The pedophile? The pedophile.
Prove it.
This is who you're bringing to the table.
Prove it.
This is your bringing to the table.
Prove it.
No, I can't talk because Coke's got Cosby. Neither of us are doing great in the spokesman department.
Proven.
We're not doing great
Cosby
in the
has
spokesman
been
department.
proven. Cosby's been proven. Flavor. Ask any soda drinker the biggest difference between Coke and Pepsi, and 9 times out of 10, the answer will be that Pepsi is sweeter. That's not surprising. Consider Pepsi has 2 more grams of sugar than Coke.
So it's worse for
in
you.
12 ounces.
So it's
2
worse for you.
grams.
Give me a
2
calorie
grams.
count, Pip. Give me a calorie count, Pip.
I'm sure they're the same calories.
Not with 2 grams more sugar. All right, your
150.
calorie count is 150.
It's the same. Vanilla Coke's 150.
We're not talking vanilla Coke. We're talking regular Coke.
150.
139. Suck
Coke.
it. Suck it, Vulcano. Suck it.
Coke is not 139. That's a lie.
Why is it a lie? Why would it's in my favor? Right there. 140. 140.
And I just said it's not 139.
And you're
I've
150. You asshole.
That's not what I was arguing. I was arguing it wasn't 139. I've never.
Oh my God.
You would never
You
look.
are such
You would never.
a piece of shit.
Calories.
1 calorie? Really?
You dopey bitch, right? My point is that it's not 139. It sounded ridiculous. You'll
You
never
said it's
see
gonna be the
something
same.
that's not a rounded number. No, I said it's probably 150. Then it said 139. I said that's not
why?
true.
Okay.
You will
so
never
why,
see on a can
so then
139.
Let me ask you a question. Why is the 140 true in the second part of the Google page and the 139 is false? Because you choose to believe the one over the other.
No, you dope. Turn a can sideways. It'll never say 139.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
That's all I was saying. 139 is insane. It would not say 139. They round up or they make sure it's round.
Okay.
You think you're going to turn a Coke can on the side to say 139?
No.
No.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I want to. Can you put in a blind
But I also didn't say
Coca-Cola
they don't
Pepsi
round up.
blind taste test? Please Google it.
Please.
You're
The
afraid.
Pepsi challenge, you idiot.
Yeah.
You idiot. The only time people like Pepsi better is in the commercials for Pepsi when they do the fake Pepsi challenge.
The Pepsi challenge is everything you need to know. Pepsi challenge is a mic drop.
Pepsi won the battle but lost the challenge.
Pepsi challenge,
You
setting the
lost
table for
either
serious
way.
showdown. You can gain a lot of insights when you look at the ideas and tactics that created legendary marketing. Today, we're breaking down the Pepsi challenge. The Pepsi challenge signaled a major shift in the winds of the cola landscape. In 1975, Coke was the 800-pound gorilla in the cola market, holding the #1 position for decades. A superior distribution system, an effective marketing, and incredible brand loyalty created the legions of happy customers. Pepsi was the new kid on the block looking to prove something. They were hungry and willing to mix it up. A savvy exec at Pepsi came up with the bold revolutionary strategy to do just that. The idea was the Pepsi Challenge. Pepsi went inside malls and around the country and invited people to do a blind taste test between Coke and Pepsi. The results were remarkable.
What are you going to read the whole?
Pepsi over Coke by a significant margin. Pepsi happily touted the
According
results
to-
in a TV campaign, much to their own surprise.
By the way, according to
Coke got jumpy and felt compelled to respond. They started issuing press releases questioning the
According to-
results, and they responded saying that Coke was better. They came across as defensive, and they came across as paranoid. Their PR campaign and denials were a disaster. Pepsi had momentum.
You can't
Coke
read
was
the whole
backpedaling,
article.
fearing a market share
You can't
freefall.
read the whole
What was
article.
Coke's answer?
You can't read the whole article.
Since everyone actually liked Pepsi better. After all, that's what the results proved. Let's
Okay.
be more like them and change the secret formula to copy Pepsi.
And
If
guess
you can't
what?
beat 'em,
And guess what?
join 'em.
And guess what? And tapped out immediately when everybody said this sucks. And tapped out immediately when everybody said this sucks. You're gonna put Gabe Kaplan in my face.
Coke's answer
That's
was
who they had to
new
go to
Coke.
speak for their
Don't
shit
speak
soda.
bad of Cotter.
They had to go.
Welcome back, Cotter. Do not speak bad of him. He was an icon in the late 70s. New Coke,
Baby,
new
we had
Coke,
Travolta,
new
you had
Coke,
Carter.
new Coke.
We had
You were
Travolta.
scared. You were running scared. You introduced new Coke. You didn't know what to do with yourself.
had
Everybody was like, new Coke. Get that. You had no confidence in your product.
Do you understand something?
You had no
Do you
confidence in your
understand
product.
something? Do you understand? Listen to what I'm about to say
got
to you.
scared, bro.
Listen
You
to
got scared.
Shut up
Yeah.
and listen to what I'm going to say to you. Listen to what I'm going to say to you. Welcome Back, Kotter was a popular sitcom. Your spokesperson was Gabe Kotter. Ours was John Travolta.
Ours was Michael Jackson. Folks, Prize Picks is a new app and website that are sponsoring the podcast. That's a lot of fun. If you love sports, Prize Picks offers projections on any sport that you watch, includes NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, PGA, college football, college basketball, women's college basketball, soccer, WNBA, NASCAR, tennis, boxing, disc golf. I mean, it goes cricket even. How does it work? Well, I've played it. I've won a bunch of cash already. I basically do football. So I would say like tonight I am picking Patrick Mahomes to have over 300 yards, or Cooper Kupp to have at least a touchdown. And that's how it works. You basically pick 2 to 5 players, and if they score more or less than the prize picks projections, you can win up to 10 times your money on the entry. It's not competing against other people. It's just you versus the projections that are available. Entries can be made in 60 seconds or less. It's that easy. Safe and fast withdrawals as well. And it's currently operational in over 30 states and Canada. It's really fun, especially now that NFL is starting this week. Check it out. Download the Prize Picks app or go to prizepicks.com to sign up and play daily fantasy sports. I've been playing fantasy sports right now I just figured this out for 24 years. Oh my God. It's fun. It's just, it makes the enjoyment. It makes the sports more fun for me. First time users can receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100 with the promo code tastebuds. If you deposit $100, PrizePicks gives you $100. If you deposit $50, PrizePicks will give you $50. Just go in. Don't forget to enter the promo code tastebuds at sign up for an instant deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks, check it out. Guys, let's talk about Noom. Noom right now. Let me ask you a question. I'm in this position right now. I'm trying to lose weight. I do things. I try things. They don't work. I tried intermittent fasting. That's just, I wonder if that's the way that I really need to go. I cut out carbs, but then they come right back. I've seen people do ridiculous things like juice cleanses for 30 days. It just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Noom, that is basically their mantra. Their psychology-based approach empowers you with knowledge so you actually build lasting results. It's a more sustainable approach. It's not a crash diet. It's just understanding and changing your relationship with food. You understand? Like encouraging mindful eating or building a connection with food between your mind and body. If it sounds a little bit different, it is, and you should check it out because it's really interesting and it's really effective. Everybody has a different goal. They're suitable to you specifically. You'll use this thing and it's not just about a weight loss thing too. Joe uses this specifically, and it actually has an emotional, mental thing to it. They drive you to feel better spiritually, and so they package all these things together. So there's a mind-body connection with you and food. It's really interesting. It's different. It's not a fad diet. It's not a crash diet. None of those things at all. And like I said, we can't all do the same regimen. Everyone's different. That's what they say. So you get personalized programs that empower you specifically to build your own sustainable habits. And there's different levels of support. So you could do like a 5-minute daily check-in to actually getting personal coaching, which is really cool. Active Noomers lose an average of 15 pounds in 16 weeks, and 95% of the customers say Noom Weight is a good long-term solution. So if you're done trying everything to lose weight, then try Noom Weight. And I'm saying Noom, Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com/tastebud. That's Noom.com/tastebud to sign up for your trial today.
John Travolta, pull it up, pimp. John Travolta Coke commercial.
Who's more famous, Michael Jackson or John Travolta?
No, that's not what I'm saying, stupid.
What are you
saying? At the time.
You said mine was Gabe Kaplan, yours was John Travolta. What's your point? Because I'll checkmate you with Michael Jackson. Shimon.
I was lying. There was John Travolta wasn't a spokesman.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Because you'll say anything.
No, I won't.
You'll say anything.
No,
yes, you will.
To piss you off.
Yes, you will.
I was trying to bait
You'll
you.
say anything to win an argument, and you'll lie. Lies come out of your mouth. I would love. Look at this.
We had
fact
Keanu
checker.
Reeves. Keanu Reeves.
In 1983.
Okay.
This is like look who was in a cover.
And you had Gabe Kaplan for the 3
They
months
didn't
he was
hire him
famous.
to be Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves went to an audition. He was unknown, you dopey bitch.
Congrats.
He was unknown. You think Michael Jackson was unknown?
Brother. You want to talk icons?
Bro,
you want to talk
scared. Coke
disgraced
got scared,
icons?
bro.
We had Cosby. Nobody was bigger than Cosby.
Michael Jackson was.
Oh, off.
Want to do a poll? Who's bigger, Michael Jackson or Cosby, and lose 100%? No, just popularity. 100% to 0. You want to lose? You think Bill Cosby's bigger than Michael Jackson?
And, by the way,
telling me to fuck off?
And you set your guy's hair on fire, so congratulations.
It is what it is.
Congratulations.
Things got heated.
And I bet you what set his hair on fire was Pepsi. It's probably flat.
I wonder how many
fucking gasoline.
I wonder how many
awful
capsules
drink.
Cosby dropped into a Coca-Cola.
No, that's not what we're talking about. How many kids did Michael Jackson lure in with a Pepsi in his dinner bell on his fucking dinner? I saw the documentary.
Pepsi, Coke is it. Coke is it, is your slogan. Pepsi is the choice of a new generation,
Oh, God.
bro. I got scared.
Who are
You
Joe
were quick.
Biden? Shut up.
If you were that confident,
Coke is
if you were
it,
that confident in your
bitch.
product, when Pepsi hit the market and started creaming them, they changed. They got scared. They weren't confident.
And then immediately changed it back.
But what does it tell
and
you?
Added the word classic to it.
Yeah.
And nobody batted an eye. Everybody was like, "We accept it. You're right.
But,
It's
but why did they? But, if they're so good, if they were so good and so confident, why did they shake in their boots and
They made a
deviate
mistake.
from the original?
They made a mistake.
But why? But
They made a
why?
mistake.
Because they were scared. Because Pepsi was better.
They pulled a John McCain.
What is your response?
And for a second, they brought in the dimwit from Alaska, and then they realized they fucked up, and they dropped her.
Oh, get the
that's
fuck
what
out
they
of here.
did. That's what New Coke was. New Coke was Sarah Palin, and that's what the happened.
Speak to the
And then
Pepsi
they put her in
challenge.
a car.
Speak to the Pepsi challenge. New Coke wasn't Sarah Palin, you dope. What are you going to do next? The only thing you can do next is compare New Coke to a nugget.
New Coke.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you. I want to hear you.
All the major fast food places, aside from the
Not
ancillary
true.
ones I mentioned, like Taco Bell and KFC. Wendy's.
Ancillary. Taco Bell, KFC, Pizza Hut, ancillary.
Try to find a Pizza Hut in this day and age. Okay, it's like you have a better chance finding a
Right.
leprechaun.
Taco Bell and KFC are ancillary. That makes sense.
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, the trifecta, the three biggies, Coca-Cola,
Joe,
baby.
Joe, look at me.
Coca-Cola,
I want
baby.
you to respond. I want you to respond to the Pepsi challenge right now. What I just read there
want me to respond
was
to it?
open and closed. I said that I'm hinging.
According to juicebox.com.
No.
That was your reference site, by the way. Juicebox.com.
Pick any website, you dope. Anything. The Pepsi challenge existed. Those are all factual.
Pep,
okay?
I want you to pull up another Pepsi Challenge article from, and I want to see.
At the beginning of this podcast, I said, fine, you want to be the leader in sales, you want to be more iconic, you came out of the market first, great. The spirit of this podcast is based on taste, and I'm going to hinge my argument on the fact that Pepsi tastes better. They did a national survey that was so lopsided that Coke changed their formula because they were scared that they didn't taste as good as Pepsi. Which tastes better? Pepsi!
Yeah. Could be that.
Speak to it.
Couldn't just be a marketing campaign. There's no way Pepsi could have lied about this. Yeah.
Oh, so much so that Coke changed.
Let's go to Congress and find the hard numbers of the Pepsi challenge. What talking about? In a country where presidential elections can be stolen, he's going to believe that the Pepsi challenge is real? You're going to believe that there's hard data on the Pepsi challenge?
I 100% believe it.
Goddamn nitwit.
I 100%.
What are you talking about?
I believe it. I think it's completely true.
Oh my God.
Joe, just because you get loud doesn't mean you're going to win an argument. Just because you get loud doesn't mean that you're going to discredit the Pepsi challenge. The Pepsi challenge is well documented.
You sound like a madman.
Listen, we tried to get Coke and Pepsi to taste on this one for the first time ever, and we couldn't get it, and we should have it because I swear to Christ, I could tell which is Pepsi, and it tastes goddamn better.
Sal, what numbers are the Pepsi? Listen to yourself right now.
You want to get into it? You want to get into it? We'll Google Pepsi challenge, and I'll fucking sit here and I'll read the first 10 articles.
No, do not read any more
Joe,
articles.
what more do you need to know?
I'm asking
Coca-Cola's response was to change their formula because they realized how much they were being outvoted. It's set by a significant margin.
In your head, you don't think, oh my God, we didn't even get into mixed drinks. Rum and Coke, the Lemmy, the Jack and Coke, the most iconic drink ever.
That is because what I said before. People want a Jack and a cola. They don't care about the Coke.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I've mixed Pepsi with liquor. It's gross.
I'm sure you have.
Right.
I'm sure you have.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm sure you've mixed everything with liquor. I'm sure you've mixed everything. I'm sure you mix everything. I'm sure you mixed Fanta.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you mix Fanta.
Yeah. And you know why you think Pepsi's good? Because you're a goddamn pothead burnout who's high all the time, who thinks anything tastes good. Because you're fucking higher than
I'd rather be a pothead than a cokehead.
Oh my God.
You just said I love that it has Coke in it. You just said that.
I made the joke that it was a shot.
Right, you made the joke. So you're siding with Coke.
A straight against strike against it, then he took it out. But I mean, when anybody's fucking all tooted up, anything tastes good.
Yeah, I know. You'll mix absinthe with Fanta. That's what you would do.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you're just like, what are those two things? Can I put them together and drink it?
No, I wouldn't. That's my point. When you mix, when I was in college, and
you didn't go to college.
When I was in college, we would buy Pepsi sometimes to make whiskey Cokes with Pepsi because the Pepsi was cheaper. It would always be on sale for
I hate you. I hate you sometimes. Sal, I really hate you.
Sal,
now you see, he caught himself saying that he actually used to do Pepsi and whiskey, and now his reason is that there was probably a 5-cent difference in the can.
I'm telling you something. Yeah. We would buy the 2 liters of Pepsi because they were 75 cents on sale.
Pepsi created the 2 liter.
Okay, great.
Go.
Doesn't matter. My point is, it never tasted right, and we would always make the joke that we could only afford the cheaper version of what we wanted to drink that wasn't as good.
Let me ask you a question,
Because it didn't taste as good.
Joe, let me ask you a question. You're hinging your argument on that. Let me ask you a question. What was the price difference between the can of Coca-Cola, the 2 liter Coca-Cola, and the 2 liter of Pepsi? Because when I was growing up, the 2 liters were about 79 to 99 cents.
When I was...
So what couldn't you afford? Could you not afford the dime splurge on the Coca-Cola?
When I was in college, the supermarket near where we lived always had this 75-cent sale on the 2 liters of Pepsi.
Okay, and how much was the Coca-Cola?
We're fucking broke. I was pulling change out of my couch to drink. I had no fucking money.
Okay.
I had literally no money.
Tell me that you couldn't afford the 10-cent difference to bump up to the drink you liked?
I'm telling you what broke college kids did because it was a deal. Okay. That's what I'm telling you. Right. And it never tasted as good.
All right.
And when you're in college, 75 extra cents on a 2 liter
it's not 75 extra cents, bro. It was probably 10 cents.
Whatever. That's what we did because we were broke.
I believe that. Okay.
I believe that
you did.
Yeah,
I believe that you chose Pepsi.
I believe that you chose
Pepsi every time. When you just said you turned Pepsi away at restaurants, you chose it every time you drank to save a dime.
Your Honor, in support of my case, I'd like to cite the Pepsi challenge. Also, other data I'd like to call up: Batman versus Superman.
Can I say
Heat
something?
Miser versus the Cold Miser.
Can I say something? In a court of law, in a court of law, or a debate,
I'd like to refer to the Bit Wars, SNES versus Sega Genesis. What the fuck are you talking about? You goddamn fucking Nimrod!
Keep adding unfunny tags until somebody laughs. That was good. That was really funny, Joe. Really funny. Nobody even knew the last fucking 4 references you made. I'm a Nimrod. You sit in your house, you read fucking comics that no one ever heard about. You fucking jack off to them.
Nobody knows Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo.
No, whatever the hell you said before that. Anyway, the point is they were all unfunny, right?
Heat Miser from the Christmas.
Oh, Heat Miser, yeah.
That's good.
Heat Miser.
It's actually a famous Christmas special.
How many tags were you gonna do until you got to McDonald's?
How many songs are you gonna sing?
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Sometimes you run with a bit.
Pimp, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
In a court of law or in a debate, wouldn't the number one thing to bring up between what tastes better
be the Pepsi challenge?
A taste test?
It depends if you want to operate scientifically or out of faith.
Thank you, Pimp.
Joe's
but he's saying in a court of law, Your Honor, I present to you the Pepsi challenge.
I'm saying where are the numbers of the Pepsi challenge? I'm saying where are the statistics?
So you think it's a hoax?
You can't trust gun statistics.
Think it's a hoax.
You're going to trust the statistics of the Pepsi challenge.
Yes, I am. They did it. I did it. They did it, buddy. They did it. God. You sound just like Coca-Cola did back then. You're scared.
It's a marketing campaign, Sal.
What better argument to bring up in this argument than a blind taste test that Pepsi dominated? That's not appropriate for me to bring up right now? Are you kidding me?
Right there.
You bring up Heat Miser.
That's a great on the phones. Pepsi is why the South seceded from the Union.
Funny, but it makes no sense.
Now look,
Pepsi is far superior.
I'm actually going to say something. I'm going to say something to support you. Relax.
Yeah.
Given the comments, you might have a bigger fucking shot at this than we thought. I'm seeing a lot of pro-Pepsi talk.
Love a good fountain Pepsi. Coke is classic, but I find Pepsi sweeter than a can of Coke. The fact that you think a simple poll like this could answer this very nuanced question shows that you are wading into territory you have no business being in.
All right, well, our winners either. Let's
read more of these.
All right,
Pepsi's far superior. Scroll. I want to get some phones.
But both of those are very funny. Both of those are very funny.
Clear answer. Nobody. Oh, I don't even know.
Joe, please don't take Pepsi. I didn't. Cola is my favorite choice of flavor.
Oh, he's here. He texted me 11 minutes ago. He's at the door.
Cola is my favorite choice of flavor, but Coke and its products are just slightly better than Pepsi. Oh, isn't my favorite choice, but they're saying the overall products are better. Pepsi didn't have death squads in Colombia.
I don't know. What is that? What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's funny.
Doesn't matter. In a blind taste test, it's hard to tell them apart.
Yeah.
Pepsi, it's born in the Carolinas. Scroll, Pimpy. If I'm drinking soda, I want to feel like it's punching me in the throat. Coke all day.
Bottle of Pepsi
Pepsi's
is
too smooth, which is nice.
The bottle of Pepsi is flat before it hits your tongue. What is it? Y'all stop it and be real. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than drink Pepsi. Wow, we got some really funny ones today.
I'm convinced people who vote for Coke are either A, have never had a Pepsi, or B, are too scared to speak the truth. Jimmy Simpson, I love you. Coke always leaves a weird.
Actor Jimmy Simpson?
Coke always leaves a weird film on my teeth.
Wait, what is? Why did you just say Jimmy Simpson? I love you.
Because
I thought it was the actor Jimmy, the guy from Westworld. His name's Jimmy Simpson. He's a good actor.
Yeah, be in your own world. It's fine.
I thought you knew Jimmy Simpson for a second. I thought it was cool. Why is that not okay?
Say what you will about Pepsi, but I like to see Back to the Future try to be as cool as it was without it. Oh my God, Pepsi free. Pepsi free, yeah, of course. One of the best trilogies of all time.
Lemon Tree. Actually, this could be our winner. Fuck Pepsi, I think could be the winner. All right, let's wrap it up. We got to go to the vote. Who's our winning compliment?
Hold on.
Comment, excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying compliment.
And let's go to the humble pie.
Well, no, but we got to retweet the best comment.
The one,
the hit shit in my hands and clap.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay. Follow Jade
Alex Photo.
Jade Alex Alex photo.
This one I already voted on, so when we go up.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Guys, merch is available and it's going on our websites, or the link on the bottom of this video, right? There's a link on this video for the merch, guys. Support the pod, buy some merch. This way you can show it around. And
subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel at No Presh. Rate us on iTunes. Follow on Spotify.
Follow the Clips page, by the way.
We have a Clips page. The pod is free, guys. So any of that stuff would really help us if you're a fan.
That's
okay.
Really funny.
I think we all know where this is going. Okay.
The illusion of free choice.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, give a retweet to
this. That's our boy Jack. Jack Bertelli Sachs. He's one of the super fans.
Follow
That
Jack.
is such a funny. Can you throw that up on the screen? The illusion of free choice. He has a cow standing in between two hallways. One's Coke, one's Pepsi. But in the end, they meet, and it always ends up just being Joe Brace's cow. And it happened.
Follow Jack Bertelli, BertelliSax.
That actually is a fun T-shirt.
That's a great T-shirt.
That's a great T-shirt.
That's a great T-shirt. Jack, can we use that as a T-shirt?
Are you guys ready?
Yeah. As I thought. I
got to be honest.
31,000 votes.
It's not the drubbing I thought it would be. I thought this was going to be like 85-14.
I thought it was going to be
15.
I thought it was going to be 60-40. 60-40. It's 67.9% Coca-Cola to 32.1% Pepsi. Pimp's going to throw that up on the screen along with the current win losses, right? Yeah.
All right, folks. I still love you, man.
I love you too.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right.